Witam moi poszukiwacze przygód, moi rządzy przygód, widzowie. Kolejny odcinek z Runaway z Sężowia, z tej strony Altair. Kontynuujemy przygodę z Runaway 2 z Sężowia. Jesteśmy w dżungli i zauważyłem tu mały przedmiot. Właśnie o tym mówiłem w poprzednim odcinku, że kurczę, czasem trzeba tak miziać te obszary tutaj, bo można naprawdę znaleźć gdzieś przypadkowo jakiś mini przedmiot. Czy go podniesiemy w ogóle, czy po prostu odkryłem coś, co tak naprawdę nam się nie przyda? Nie wiem.
What have we got here? Why, it's Otto's goggles. How in the devil did they get here? I refuse to believe that. No, I can't believe Otto ended up at the bottom of that sludge. Oh, the humanity.
Ej, nie mówcie serio.
I don't think I can reach them.
Ej.
Get a branch to get to them.
O. Uff. Już się bałem, że będę musiał poszukiwać gdzieś
This one should do.
sam kolejnego przedmiotu, żeby uzyskać te gogle.
Luckily, the lens wasn't too stained by that muck. Typical aviator's goggles, but 60 years old, of course. Yeah, I get the idea. Let's...
Ja niezbyt, ale tak jak mi się skojarzyło z ścinaniem.
There we go. I made it as long as I could.
Nie wiem. Została nam jeszcze ta torba do ogarnięcia, nie? Co jest na gałęziach, więc nie wiem, może da się tą gumę jakoś.
That won't do any good.
Albo...
That's a good idea, but it would work better if I cut the branch first. Yep, I just need to change the shape a bit. Bingo! It's just the way I wanted it. Yeah, I think I did this on a field trip once. Done. I've made the perfect slingshot.
No i teraz mamy możliwość... Tylko dalej nie wiem, po co jest to. A no tak, pewnie coś zjaramy pod tym. Coś, co będzie pewnie w torbie u... W torbie Otta.
Yeah, let's see how good my aim is. I wonder if I can knock the bag down. This rock should work. Presto. Yep, no doubt about it. It's Otto's bag.
Okej, a w niej?
All right, I'll take a little peek. This key could come in handy. I think I know what lock it opens. The problem is that it's split in two. It must have broken when the bag fell from the treetop.
Okej, pewnie teraz wiem, nie mogę znaleźć słowa. Zespawać. O, właśnie, zespawać pewnie trzeba za pomocą promienia słońca, prawda?
Yeah, if the light beam produces enough heat, maybe I can weld the key together. Let's try it out.
Genius.
Yes, I deserve the locksmith merit badge. And it seems to be pretty darn sturdy.
Okej. Pytanie brzmi, co znajdziemy w szafie? W schowku znaczy się. W sumie.
Let's try it. I hope the welding holds. Darn it! The excess metal from when I welded it is keeping the key from going into
Kurde, wiedziałem, że jakieś jeszcze będą utrudnienia.
Yes, that should help remove the excess metal. Let's be careful. You might bust the key again. Presto! It should work now.
Się mówi perfecto, nie presto.
Come on.
A każdy ma swoje perfecto, nie?
Hole now. Yes! Finally.
Apteczka.
That took some effort. but now it's open.
Okej.
I'm not interested in blankets. I don't even think they have a winter around here. And at this rate, I don't think a first aid kit will do me much good. However, yeah, those snowshoes may be just what I'm looking for. They remind me of a Neanderthals, but hey, Neanderthals knew their snow.
Ja dalej nie ogarniam, jakim cudem takie rakiety, tak, do tenisa jakby, zimnego, sprawiają, że no, człowiek może poruszać się jakby tak stabilniej po śniegu. Nie ogarniam tego, że się tak nie zatapia od razu. Co i tyle?
Can't find anything that...
No nie,
Some blankets and a first aid kit. That won't do any good.
myślałem, że jemu damy rakietki. No nie wiem. No niby tam sam sobie może te rakiety dać, tak, ale... Nie mam pomysłu, więc... Wiecie co, idę na górę do tego mostu. Może jak założymy rakiety, nagle się odważy wejść, co?
Yeah, that's the idea I thought of when I found them in the hydroplane compartment.
Ale...
If I put the snowshoes on, my weight would be distributed across several planks of wood. It sounds crazy, but I have to try it.
Serio? 2 rakietki sprawią, że będziesz odważniejszy?
But I should get rid of all my extra weight, too. I'm gonna hide all the stuff I don't really need. This has to go, and this too. I'm taking the lemur with me. If I leave him here, he might shake the bridge just for laughs, or something worse. Darn that lemur! He must have woken up, and the first thing he did was polish off the whiskey. Okay.
O
that should be
Boże.
enough. I really do feel quite a bit light.
Nie wierzę.
Well, here we go. It's been nice knowing you, world.
Urwie. Spadnie jak nic. Kurde. Ja bym, jakbym był tam na żywo, to bym chyba został już w samolocie do końca życia. Chociaż jedna deska na pewno pęknie. Ale trzeba przyznać, czołowe wczasy. Ciekawe co z Giną, bo w ogóle na tym filmiku wyglądało tak, jakby faktycznie ją ktoś tam postrzelił, nie? Wylądowała jak trup do tej wody, więc...
Well, at least the worst part is over. Now I just have to keep on climbing.
Wie, że graliśmy w trójkę i tam jednak żyje, ale... Znaczy graliśmy, no trochę graliśmy, no ale tam głównie graliśmy Giną. No głównie, połowę. Nieważne. O, świetnie, baza wojskowa.
Wait,
Obóz bardziej niż baza.
what is this doing on a lost island? What's going on here? What was it? Nothing more and nothing less than a military camp. Can you believe it?
It's not that weird, Brian. I bet they were just doing
No
a
i
new...
tu są lekkie niestety jakieś takie dziwne spadki,
You're wrong,
o których
Sushi.
wspominałem w poprzednim odcinku.
That's
Ale tak jak
what
mówiłem,
I thought too.
leciwa gra.
The soldiers had most likely seen Gina falling, so I headed for the camp to see whether they would help me. But it didn't turn out to be
Ale
as
sądzę,
easy
że
as
to nie
just
będzie
going
jakoś
down
bardzo
to the lake,
przeszkadzało
meeting up with
w
her,
samym
ending the day trip with
materiale.
a pina colada. Nope. The accident turned out to be nothing compared to what was in store for me. Things were about to get worse. Much worse.
W ogóle jaką tu ma fryzurkę, nie? Ściętą, że ło. Drugi rozdział. Surfing na Mala Island? Nie?
Well, here I am at last. I never thought I'd make it. I hope the hike was worth it, and those soldiers know something about Gina.
Freeze! Hands behind your head!
But
I said hands up, mister!
Okay. All right, man, keep it cool.
Listen, pal, it's nothing personal, but you can never be too careful.
This is not necessary. I'm unarmed. I just wanted to ask if you guys saw a girl fall into the lake this morning.
How would I know? All girl stuff is part of the Colonel's privileges. Yo, get over here!
Bez rąk na głowie już?
Could I speak with the Colonel then?
I don't know why I should help you, dude, but you caught me in a good mood. Wait here, and I'll go ask him. Don't take your eyes off him, Felton.
Kurde. Crysis 1.
Leslie, a civilian wants to talk to the Colonel. All right, Felton, accompany the civilian into the Colonel's tent.
As you order.
Leslie.
The guy who wants to have a word with the Colonel.
One moment, my Colonel. Thank you, Felton. You, come here, please.
You stupid no Theodore.
Mr.
The gun as usual.
Uh-huh.
And the Bible to you.
I've taken note, my Colonel.
Colonel, I surprised.
My Colonel.
Your name?
Brian Basco.
Well, Mr.
Nazistowsko to brzmiało w ogóle. If you know what this mean.
Mr. What's-his-face wishes to speak with you, my Colonel.
Who? Tell him I'm asleep, flower pot.
But he can hear you speaking right now, my Colonel.
I must be speaking in my sleep, flower pot.
No, Daddy, you're more of the snoring type.
Flower pot, that memory of yours is worse than a senile old general's. Get it through that thick skull of yours that there are no mommies or daddies in the army. Get over here a minute. I need to explain something. And pull those shirt tails around in your pants. You look like a mama's boy. Look here, Lester. Why do you think I call you Flower Pot? To belittle you? No. It's such an outlandish surname that nobody will suspect it's fake. If the troops knew I sired a dim-witted boob like you, they'd lose their confidence in me, and I'd be shafted. You get it, son?
Okej.
Looks like Leslie writes down all the orders he gets from his dad in here. What surprises me most, though, is that his writing resembles mine so much.
O.
I don't think stealing while under surveillance is a swift move.
Ciekawe jakie tam są rozkazy.
Raption. What for? It
Nie
isn't
wiem.
ringing, and the idea of stealing it just doesn't seem sensible. Why the heck not? My writing is so similar to Leslie's that I could get him to believe he wrote it himself, following
O,
his
to
father.
teraz ogarnął, co mi chodzi z tym długopisem, nie?
Nobody will see me.
No spoko.
What should I put?
Tutaj nie wiadomo, czy w ogóle dziewczyny znaleźli. Przerwać misję, zwinąć obóz. Byłoby to najkorzystniejsze dla nas, ale pewnie mało realne dla takich wojskowych, bo pewnie jakiś cel konkretny mają, że tu są. Prędzej wydać może przepustkę,
Never
co?
believe that, and I could get into some deep.
Serio?
I'm sorry, Daddy. I mean, my Colonel. Oh, by
Pewnie by się skończyło na tym, że żadna z tych opcji
shipment of cigars you were being sent from
nie byłaby na tyle wiarygodna, żeby napisał Brian.
Flower Pot. coordinates?
I didn't memorize them, my colonel, but I'll ask for them again right away.
God damn it, Flower Pot. Aren't you using that planner I gave you for Christmas? Do it now, and send a couple of men to the area. I want those cigars brought to me, as of yesterday. Out of my sight, Flower Pot.
You can come in, Mr. whatever you're called.
Thanks.
Okay.
Well then,
Good morning. My name is...
is that what you came to tell me, civilian? Or did you have something interesting to say?
Well, I'd like to ask you about...
Negative. I'm the one asking questions here.
Yeah, but I was just wondering whether...
What do you think this is? A Q&A in the Pentagon press room? I'm warning you. Nobody interrogates me.
It's really just a quick...
Look here, Civvy boy. Are you dumb or am I explaining this all wrong? If you ask me one more question, you're gonna spend the next 15 days in my refrigerator. Got that?
In the refrigerator? Well, if you give me a baseball to toss around...
Okay then. Now answer this. What in Sam Hill are you doing on my island?
A girlfriend of mine fell into the lake, and I think you guys rescued her.
Negative, civilian. My men monitor every centimeter of Mala Island, and they ain't seen none of that. You sure that happened on this patch of land?
Wypchnąłem ją z samolotu. Na wpół ślepy. No.
Well, she didn't exactly fall. I threw her out in mid-flight.
Something was telling me you're not all bad, boy, and I was right. Turns out you're my kind of man. So, did you enjoy that experience?
Co?
It's not what you think. I pushed her out to save her.
No reason to apologize. You done nothing wrong.
I felt awful as I watched my girlfriend fall through the sky.
Don't worry about that. You'll get over it. The first time always hurts. Then you get used to it. You even start to yearn for it. I'd do it all day long if I could.
Ja.
I bet you would have killed her. You look like a despicable slayer of helpless women.
Come on, boy. There's no reason to start kissing up to me at this point. And I don't know
Serio?
what you mean by helpless. You look the other way and they start weaving a web, like a tarantula. Ha, that was pretty funny, like red tarantulas.
Did I say I pushed her? I keep saying the silliest things lately.
You've got me more turned round than a dog chasing his tail. Let's see. Now, what did you mean?
Yeah, if you haven't seen her, it's because you're all
Ale mi się
half
oberwie
blind.
teraz.
Sorry.
Are you mocking me, Civvy boy? Just remember, if I get a hold of your girl, I can give her a real hard time.
In fact, I think she's being held here against her will.
You don't say. There may be another possibility. She might be hiding from you.
I mean, that's not what I meant. It's that... Actually, I didn't even want to...
Well, well. It turns out the smart aleck civilian is just a boy in love. Son, if you were a soldier, no woman would be playing around with you. Why don't you enlist?
I don't know. I've never held a weapon.
Hey, where'd you go to grammar school, boy? Didn't you get an education?
I can't picture myself in a uniform. Green doesn't go with my skin tone, and helmets give me a headache.
So this is what goddamn civil society has made us sink to? You keep in mind, boy, that I only tolerate 3 kinds of civilians. Women, kids, and the crippled. The rest of y'all should be under military command.
Teraz zauważyłem.
Homeland, dying in calm sea. are all fooled with their welfare state, human rights, and atomic weaponry systems. They're trying to do away with the real army and values that make men men.
It sounds truly exciting, but I don't want to have to kill anyone.
So you're that kind of folks. You say that because you never tried. But once you acquire a taste for it, you'd kill to try again.
Sądzę, że lepiej będzie właśnie tak bez ogólnie kamery, bo i tak nie ma kiedy co takiego konkretnego mówić, bo gry przygodowe to gry, w których bardziej się człowiek skupia na tym, co tutaj mówią, niż co się dzieje, więc no sądzę, że tak będzie najlepiej bez kamerki.
Enlist? Me? Do I look like a fool?
What kind of sissy are you, boy? When the winds of change blow through, and they will, you're gonna have to fight. Then I'd like to see what you use your pretty face for. I told you, I won't tolerate the third degree. So answer me or suffer the consequences.
Man, that's not what I meant. I must have wigged out.
Oh yeah? What do you mean then?
I had no idea this island belonged to you. It must have cost you a small fortune.
I say it's mine because I'm in charge here. Didn't anyone tell you martial law has been imposed on Mala Island?
Stan wojenny
Why are
właśnie.
we under martial law?
Because that way I'm not obliged to answer questions from imbecile civilians like yourself. And even less so when they're about unauthorized topics.
No way. I didn't know we were at war.
Well, we aren't, unfortunately. You know how much I miss the old days back in Nam.
Przegraną wojnę.
You must be the only person alive who misses a lost war.
Widzę, że to najlepiej chyba
Kicked the bucket in that war, you
nie
know.
ma tu jakiegoś motywu,
So I knelt down and raised my arms for a more...
że jak użyję złego dialogu, to reszta przypada, czy coś tego typu. Po prostu musimy wykorzystać wszystkie wątki rozmowy, jakie są.
On a two-bit island with no way to die heroically.
There have been others since Vietnam. You must have been in some later conflict.
All of them. Even a few you ain't never heard of. Like that time the Reds put fluoride in the water supply to poison our minds. But none was as fun as Nam.
Quit complaining. You're on a paradise island now.
Don't overestimate the fun here. There ain't no enemy battalions at the beach, shrapnel with breakfast, or flocks of vultures hovering over the trenches. Now that would be paradise.
I see you're a man of action.
Like any man with a sense of self-worth, civilian, like the men of yesteryear, those soldiers who killed at gunpoint. They didn't depend on them bureaucrats and their nuclear arms. But the old days are making a comeback. You'll see, soon.
Getting back to what I was saying, I can tell you're dying to explain why martial law has been declared.
The reason has to do with a big, fat military secret. I wouldn't divulge it to a civilian, even if I was authorized. And definitely not to the likes of you.
I couldn't care less about the martial law. But I'll tell you why I'm on Mala Island.
I knew I could get you to sing in the end. Come on, fess up.
I'm not obliged to answer that question. I'll only respond in the presence of my attorney.
So that's your game, huh? Well, move your butt out of my tent, boy, and keep it still until the evacuation takes place.
If only you could offer me a nice plush mattress to park it on with my girl.
Don't you get smart with me, boy. In a few hours, you and all the other civilians left on Mala will be shipped out. The boat's on its way. It's a matter of hours. Flower pot?
Colonel, sir!
Escort the civilian to the door. And if he makes any funny moves, kill him.
Była dość długa rozmowa,
Rubs me the wrong way. I don't want him turning into a relentless pest.
ale niestety nic nam nie pomogła. Cholera.
Tarantula.
I don't know why, but I get a sneaky feeling that the Colonel is hiding something. What's more, when I came out, I saw a girl being escorted by a soldier toward Kortzmeyer's tent. For a moment there, I thought it was Gina, and I almost bumped into her. She was blonde and wearing a very tight red leather outfit, but what in the world could that insane Colonel be up to? If it's clearer and clearer to me that Gina's being held somewhere inside the camp. But they're watching every step I take, so it's impossible to get a good look around. I'll have to find some other way to get in, no matter how hard I have to try. But it won't do me any good to rescue Gina if we have no way out afterward. With all travel by sea and air cut off, those military types would find us in no time. It's obvious. I'll have to cook up a plan to sneak into the camp and find a way to escape from the island. However, with the little help I have, that's gonna be one tall order. My only support is a plastered primate.
Jedna małpka.
Gradually becoming fond of, I must say. And now that he woke up, his little eyes look so sad. They remind me of a little basset hound puppy I once had in New York. I'll name the little lemur after him. Little Demon.
Okej, dobra. O, tu coś jest. No bo do tej bazy to raczej się nie dostaniemy tak, o.
I'll go see what I find.
No i tu jest jakaś lokacja jeszcze chyba. O, jest.
I can't take one more step. I feel like someone poured a pot of boiling soup into my shoes and I'm cooking noodles between my toes. But it was worth it. Finally, some contact with civilization. There's another soldier with a car. I hope this one doesn't give me any flack. Let's see what the area has to offer. Eureka! A bar! With a waitress and everything. Today's your lucky day. Let's go chat her up.
Ale kurczę. Fajny klimacik, wysepka, kurczę, taki raj na ziemi, słonko grzeje, papuszka śpiewa i kelnereczka, no kurde, pierwsza klasa.
Aloha! Welcome to Luana Beach. Where did you come from?
Well, if you mean my place of birth, I come from New York. I got to Mala Island just this morning and...
You don't fool me. I haven't seen any boats or planes arrive in the last 3 days.
Brudny zwierzaku.
Yes, I landed on the other side of the island, in a biplane that looks worse than a World War II relic.
Did you fly in with Otto?
No way! You guys know each other?
Yeah, we're old pals, and I adore his cool plane. I met my ex-boyfriend Charlie in it. Where is old Otto, by the way?
I think he went to Kauai. Yeah, he left full speed ahead to deliver a shipment of Capote dogs.
Oh, I love those little puppies. And they have such a cute name. Mine is Lokelani, stranger, which means heavenly rose.
Nice to meet you, Lokelani. I'm Brian.
Oh, crap. You have the same name as my moron ex-boyfriend.
No to.
I thought his name was Charlie.
No, that was a different boyfriend.
A,
Brian was this loser I'd prefer to forget about. So I'll just have to pick a different name for you. Do you like Kaimi? It means he who searches in Hawaiian.
I like the way it sounds. And if you knew me better, you'd realize it suits me to a T.
Oh yeah, and that fluffy love ball of a cockatoo is Aolani, my best friend, and the only male I can trust.
Charmed, Aolani.
Jezus. Świetny ptak.
Aolani, I wanted to ask you for something.
Oh, sorry. I must be the worst waitress in the Pacific. What can I do for you, Kaimi?
No, I didn't mean that. I just wanted to chat with you.
I don't know whether to believe you. Whenever my ex said some girl had just chatted with him, I knew to expect the worst.
Brian did that?
Oh no, that was Mikhail.
Jezus.
7 foot tall Russian.
No nic dziwnego, taka to by miała tyle facetów, latali za nim jak... O.
I haven't seen many people around here.
Yeah, the island's population has been reduced to just a few friends of mine. And this guy dressed like a monk who arrived last night. plus me and the military guys, as you've observed.
Ty.
Tell me about that guy who looks like a monk.
He must have gotten here last night after I closed up. He hasn't budged all morning and didn't even notice when I went to say hi. Maybe he's deaf, like my ex.
Mikhail?
No, Renee. He was a better man than most. He was deaf as a doorknob, but he could listen so much better than the average male.
Why didn't they evacuate you and your friends?
They let me stay a few days longer. Colonel's orders. I don't know why, though. And my two friends stayed because Knife took Kai for a ride in his motorboat, so the military guys didn't find them till they got back.
Talk to me about your friend Kai.
The poor thing lost his leg to a shark, but he's still the best surfer Mala Island has ever seen. And he comes from a long line of amazing witch doctors. His grandfather, the last kahuna in the family saga, even had his own TV show.
Tell me about Knife.
He goes for the heart-stopping excitement, but he's fickle. Every once in a while, he gets obsessed with a new hobby. Right now, it's surfing, and that's all he thinks about. Lately, the waves around here have been smaller than in a kiddie pool, so he spends the day island hopping in his speedboat in search of killer waves. Oh, and then there's Koala, his son, but you'd better just meet him for yourself.
Where can I find your friends?
They live together at Alawala Cove. If you want to meet them, just follow the highway toward the northeast, and you'll come across their hut. I recommend it as a day trip. It's a lovely spot. Some people think Tiki Temple, but since they're in the militarized zone, visits are out of the question.
Okej.
Do you get along with the military guys here on the island?
That first night, they all came here to get sloshed. But then I think the colonel forbid them to return. Now he comes alone.
When did they get here?
About 3 days ago, they evacuated everyone, declared a state of emergency, and set up camp at the Tiki Temple ruins. Rumor has it there was some deadly virus running rampant, but soldiers are being paid off by real estate speculators. They'll end up developing the island into a huge golf course for bored old moneybags.
Wszędzie wirusy, naprawdę, no.
Are you talking about Charlie?
No, I meant Renako, an African millionaire who had petroleum coming out of his diamond-studded ears.
Do you know the man in charge of the troops?
The colonel? Yeah, he looks a lot like my ex, but with half the looks and twice the wrinkles. And he doesn't have that hot criminal look, of course.
Your ex-boyfriend, Brian?
No, Milo, a kid from Central Europe or somewhere around there.
I didn't know you liked older men.
It's not that I have anything for them. The only difference is on the surface, really. Inside, all men are equally childish, no matter what their age. But don't worry, most of us women like children.
Super.
After talking with him, it sounds like you got him sailing the Love Boat.
Love boat? Well, he can batten down the hatches and lower his mast, because there's no way I'm riding his love vessel. Plus, I can't stand tobacco smoke, and last night he came here smoking this big fat stogie. It gave off a hideous stench.
I don't like talking about that guy.
Don't look at me. You're the one who brought him up.
Military men bore me. I'm changing the subject.
Well, my ex-boyfriend was a military thug, and he really made me laugh.
Mikhail?
No, Tiru. A hilarious sergeant from India.
Chyba nie chciałbym poznać listy jej byłych, bo bym czytał pewnie przez cały odcinek.
I suppose you didn't hear any of those soldiers mention a girlfriend of mine who fell into the lake.
Well, well, a girl. And here I was thinking you didn't have a girlfriend.
No, she isn't my girlfriend.
O,
You sure? Look straight into my eyes and tell me she's not your girlfriend. Into my eyes, Kaimi. A little bit higher. Higher. There.
jest moją kozyką. Niezbędny na każdej sensownej bezludnej wyspie.
She's my cousin.
Liar.
You lie worse than my ex.
Charlie?
No, Lopati. a gorgeous Polynesian hunk.
She is not my girlfriend.
Well, that's just too bad for her, isn't it? You're a bit of a liar, but an adorable one.
No.
You're wrong. My friend is really a soccer ball, necessary on any worthwhile desert island.
Men, the only time they don't think about balls is when they're playing with them.
Hey, look! It's a cockatoo impaled on a stake.
Talk about getting off topic.
Let's talk about something else.
All right, if that's the best you can come up with.
It doesn't seem like you have much work.
Well, before the military got here, my boss didn't give me a moment of tropical island peace. Wait on the bar, go down to the storeroom, clean up the photo stand, shoo those lemurs off the bucking bronco, put on a skibbier outfit.
Sounds like you have a great boss. Huh.
If only you knew. Once I thought it might be nice to set out some trays of fresh coconut, and he said, "I don't pay you to think." If I get so bold as to give a free drink to a customer, he threatens to fire me, because he's the biggest skinflint in the Pacific. And on top
Ja znam ten typ.
when the soldiers came, he ran off like a sissy, but told me that if I closed up shop, he'd fire me.
Aha, spoko.
What was it you said about a bunch of lemurs?
I know it sounds weird, but a few years ago, a Japanese boat full of giant lemurs sunk nearby. It was headed for New York. Anyway, the lemurs swam to shore and took over the beach. You can't imagine what lushes they were. If I turned my back for a second, they'd rip off all the booze. They
Yeah.
were bombed day and night, destroying everything they got their little prehensile paws on, until we managed to run them into the jungle on the other side of the island.
Well, I suppose this bar isn't exactly the workplace of your dreams, is it?
Don't be so sure. I've had worse jobs. I even worked in Hollywood as a makeup artist. It sounds all glamorous at first, but when you have to turn 3,000 midgets into extraterrestrials, all the glitz and bling bling starts to fade.
No tak.
So, how did you manage to find work in Hollywood?
You know, the same way everyone gets a break in the movie world.
Maybe you should save it for another time. Or maybe
Chyba tak.
minors reading this.
What a dirty little mind you have. I got my break thanks to my mom, who was a makeup artist.
A,
She would take me to film shoots before I learned to walk.
okej. Nie było tematu.
Oh, doing movie makeup must be a hard job.
Not really. Maybe it used to be, but ever since they came out with Grease Paint Pro, you can make your grandma look like a star, as the slogan says.
What is that Grease Paint Pro thing?
It's the computer software we movie makeup artists use. You can scan a picture of the character you want to create, another of the person you're making over, and in a few seconds it gives you a range of makeup options. Along with the list of the products you'll need, the features you should accentuate or cover up. To put it simply, it's a very expensive wonder program that only big production companies can afford.
Okej.
But with Grease Paint Pro alone, it's not enough, is it? I bet it's useless without your talent.
They're all essential. The computer, the talent, the scanner, the printer, and of course, the makeup products. I don't mean to brag, but I have them all. The great thing about having a computer geek as a boyfriend is that he can set up a home machine for you that's better than the ones most professionals use.
I don't mean to butt into your business, but are you talking about Mikhail?
No, Koji-san, this guy from Tokyo.
Jesus.
What were we chatting about?
All you men are the same. You're so busy looking at our cleavage, you can't pay attention to what we're saying.
Nie nasza wina, że tak się ubieracie
We
niektóre.
can talk about whatever you wish.
Także...
Did you work on any famous films?
I wouldn't know. I never go to the movies. I mainly worked in horror movies until I met this director. We started going out, and he hired me to do 3 movies all at the same time.
You don't say. I bet his name was Andy. Or maybe it was Larry.
You're a really bad guesser. Anyway, his name was Peter. He made films in Australia, or did something down under.
You don't look like a makeup artist. Or a waitress, for that matter.
I'm not sure if I want to know what you see me as.
I'm gonna take a stroll.
Jaka tam cerka
See ya
w Ping
later.
Iguana.
See you around.
A tak się chyba lokal nazywał, w którym pracowała Gina w pierwszej części. A skoro ma program i jakieś pierdoły do charakteryzacji, to może
That looks like a cigar holder. I
będzie się dało
some use for that. If I remember right,
zmienić wygląd
the brand
Briana
Meyer smokes.
do kogoś podobnego z żołnierzy, żeby się dostać do obozu. To nie jest głupi pomysł, ale samo ogarnianie tego, to tym się zajmiemy już w następnym odcinku. Dziś dużo było gadania niż myślenia, działania, ale takie etapy też muszą się pojawić w tego typu grze, więc na tę chwilę bardzo wam dziękuję za uwagę. Czy w następnych odcinkach będzie moja kamerka? Nie wiem. Sądzę, że jeśli chodzi o tego typu gry, lepiej po prostu, że jest sam obraz niż kamerka w tle gdzieś. Takie mam wrażenie. Chyba że po prostu gdzieś w prawym dolnym rogu się da tam moją posturę bez tła. Nie wiem, piszcie w komentarzach, co o tym sądzicie. I do następnego. Dziękuję wam bardzo za uwagę i do zobaczyska. Na razie.